Is 4:30. We'll go ahead and call the May 5th regular scheduled meeting to order with our Pledge of Allegiance followed by our invocation. Pledge of Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Father, we thank you for the privilege of serving the city in this way. We ask that you would bless all the department heads, that you would bless the council, that you would bless the mayor in all of the decisions that we have. Give us your wisdom, God, that we would do what's best for the majority. I pray.
Kim, can we have a roll call?
Yes, sir. Misty Cavanaugh. Here. Marvin Hightower.
Present.
Adam Townsend.
Here.
Larry Knopfinger.
Here.
Frank Stevenson.
Here.
And Glenda Wade.
Here.
Mayor, we do have a quorum.
All right, our first order of business is the minutes, approval of the minutes for April 21st at our regular city council meeting.
The April 21st, 2025 meeting was held in the City Council chambers at 4:30 p.m. It was called to order by Mayor Kevin Cotton with the invocation by Councilmember Frank Stevenson. The mayor and all council members were present for the meeting. We had approval of the April 7th, 2025 minutes. We had approval of the bills and payroll. We had department reports from the fire department, police department, and the electric department. We had a resolution to declare equipment as surplus property, which was approved. We also had a resolution to declare transformers as surplus property, was approved. We had a resolution authorizing the completion and filing of the 2024 grant program Delta Regional Authority Community Infrastructure Grant. That was approved. And we had an appointment of Steve Durham to the Hopkins County Joint Planning Commission. And we also had a approval to adjourn the meeting.
Are there any corrections to the minutes? Not. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next, we'll have the minutes of the approval of the minutes for the special call meeting on April 24th.
The April 24th City Council special called meeting was held at City Hall at 67 North Main Street. And it was called to order by Mayor Kevin Cotton with the mayor and all council members present for the meeting. The business was discussed of the 2025-2026 budget, and then there was an adjournment.
Any corrections to the minutes? If not, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next, we'll move on to the approval of bills and payroll.
We have the total general fund of $284,068.91. Total sanitation of $143,976.41. Total maintenance of $26,047.14. Total electric utility of $129,926.35. Total water filter of $157,994.48. Total wastewater collection and treatment of $84,990.12. We have estimated biweekly payroll, governmental of $51,825, police $186,145, fire $172,921, transportation of $29,201, cemetery of $3,260, park $18,971, sanitation of $50,001, maintenance garage $9,192, light fund of $98,095, wastewater treatment of $19,091, wastewater collection of $34,940, water and filter of $59,718 for a total estimated biweekly payroll of $733,359.
Do I have a motion to approve the bills and payroll?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next, we have a proclamation. This proclamation affects many people in this room tonight. It is Older Americans Month, so we are super excited to be able to share this proclamation and the hard work and dedication of all of those that even volunteer for our Senior Citizen Center, and we have some representatives with us tonight. We're going to give them a chance to speak after we get done with the proclamation. It says, whereas Madisonville includes countless older Americans who enrich and strengthen our community, and whereas Madisonville is committed to engaging and supporting older adults, their families, and caregivers, and whereas we acknowledge the importance of taking part in activities that promote physical, mental, and emotional well-being, no matter your age, and whereas Madisonville can enrich the lives of individuals every age by promoting home and community-based services that support independent living, involving older adults in community planning events and other activities, and providing opportunities for older adults to work, volunteer, learn, lead, and mentor. And now therefore be it resolved that I, Mayor Kevin Cotton, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2025 as Older Americans Month in the city of Madisonville, and urge all citizens to recognize this month by dedicating ourselves to the task of improving the quality of life for all children and families. At this time, we have some representatives. We're going to ask you all to step up front here, and we'll present you with a proclamation and then give you an opportunity to speak.
Them not seniors, they're young.
Compared to you. Say I'll do it.
Never known me to be a man of few words, but I will make it short tonight because I've been in y'all's seat and I know how you like to get out of here. So anyway, we're remiss, I guess. We should be up here a couple of times a year to talk to y'all because of what the city and the county to do for the senior citizens. I don't know how many of you realize it. Y'all own the building as a joint and land as a joint project. You have been, started out as the old Nisbet house, and we tore it down and built the current center, and y'all have been keeping it going. It's got some age on it like I do now. When I started volunteering in 1979, I was about 35 years old, so they need to retire me, and so I'm trying to get some people. But we do want to thank you for everything you do, and the mayor and I had a conversation the other day. There are some things coming down the pike that you're going to start doing to the center since it's got some age on it. So we just wanted you to know we appreciate this, but we also appreciate the things that you do that the general public doesn't get to see what you're doing, and you've been doing it for a lot of years. So we wanted to let you know at this time that we really, really do appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Next, we'll have department reports. You have the business license report in your packet for review, but we'll also have our planning and zoning department report by Mandy Todd.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm going to go over the month of April for the zoning department. We had a total of 3 residential additions, 6 residential accessories, 1 commercial accessory, and 5 commercial alterations for a total of 15 building permits issued. Total construction cost was $4,909,336. We issued 2 sign permits, 1 demolition permit, 7 HVAC permits, 5 of those being for the Madisonville Town Center businesses. And then we also we had 1 zoning map amendment request, 2 conditional use requests, and 6 mobile food vendor permits issued, for a total of 34 permits issued. Total permit fees were $15,698.
Questions for Ms. Todd?
Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is council committee reports.
Mayor, at the joint meeting of the Madisonville Tourism City Council Committee and the Tourism Advisory Board, there was 1 recommendation for funding, a funding change. And I would like to make a motion that the funding for the sports complex be increased $9,000 from $81,000 a month to $90,000 a month.
All right, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Any questions? Not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Speaking of numbers and budgets, our next order of business is the presentation of the proposed budget for the first reading for fiscal year 2025-2026. And I do want to say that this has been an encouraging year as we have seen some significant investments over the past year, but also as we're looking into our future, the investments that we're going to be able to make in our infrastructure and projects throughout the year. A big thank you goes out to Diana Phillips, who's in the room with us, our finance director, and Rob Saint, our city administrator, who have spent the past several months working through this process with our department heads. A big thank you goes to you all as the city council for sitting through the full day of that process and understanding each department and what those needs are. All of our department heads and superintendents, big shout out to them as they were looking to make sure that they were finding ways to keep our city budget in line. And then also the fact that the entire team has worked tirelessly on processing the budget that will continue our mission here in the city, which is to elevate the quality of life through excellent city services. So with that being said, we're going to start with the general fund. I know that that's the one fund that gets misconstrued sometimes. That total budget for the general fund is right at $34 million, with $1.5 million of that going into our streets and sidewalks. So as we continue to invest in our streets and sidewalks, that's something that we've been able to do over the past 3 years now with some significant enhancements. We will continue to do that in this next budget, if approved. This budget also allows us to address some of our stormwater needs that is outside in the city that belongs to the city, or we have city easements on, making sure that we're able to navigate the stormwater as best as we can. It also allows us to continue to invest in Fire Station Number 2, as it is currently in the design process. We hope to move that forward in this next budget as well. That will be going on South Main, there next to where the old Razor's Edge used to be. So we're excited about that project. Also committed to continuing to invest in our law enforcement and the training there at the Law Enforcement Academy. We have some capital projects there for that. We realize that there's also an opportunity to improve our operating system, as we are still currently operating on the AS400 system that is extremely antiquated. This is an item that you all have allowed us to save money each year for this project, as we know that it is going to be a costly project to switch the entire operating system in the city that's very complex. But it is moving in that right direction, and with your all's support, we will be able to continue to move that forward, with the first start in that process being our HR system. And then Parks and Quality of Life has been a major focus over the past 6 years. We're going to continue to do that, as well as focus on the City Park Dam. There's been a lot of questions about the City Park and the lake and what all's happening there. And as you all know, the City Park Dam has some repairs that are required, and you all have allowed for that to be a focus at the City Park in this budget. We will continue to see upgrades and investments into Mar Park as well, and enhancing the current facilities that we have at the Madisonville Regional Airport. As you know, our airport has seen an increased number of traffic out at the airport, and we want to continue to put our best foot forward as we're looking at the economic impact and opportunities that the airport has as our front door for our corporate traffic. This budget also allows us to invest significant upgrades into equipment all across the city departments. We have several pieces of equipment that are 20, 25 years old that have seen the end of its life, and this budget will allow us to fulfill those equipment needs and hopefully have more time operating versus downtime. So thank you for that. We will also continue our focus on economic development with industry, retail, and continuing our downtown enhancements, fostering the growth and our development. That is a big one this year. You've seen that in the budget, and we appreciate that support. Significant facility enhancements and additions across the city, which will help us become more efficient in our operations, which also allows us to invest more in our upcoming infrastructure needs with a new electrical substation that will help us on the northwest side of town. The new water line extensions are in this budget, as well as wastewater lift stations to help with our continued project with the West Knoll Interceptor project and the developments that we have coming in with the new police academy, the new power plant, and future projects that we are looking forward to announcing. The continued investment into our youth is part of this budget as well, being highlighted by the Kentucky Sports Factory indoor facility, as well as the new addition of the outdoor fields. You will see in the budget that we have been able to finally put together what we feel like is a strong budget, as we've had some time to work through the process with our first tournaments of the year. So overall, our capital and utility funds reach right at $23 million for infrastructure projects as we're moving forward for this next year. We were able to accomplish last year's goal of having 3-month reserve for the city, which sets us up for our future. And that goal continues to remain in this budget. And we want to, again, recognize the entire team in the city for working hard and understanding that there are some projects that we were unable to fund, but we were able to navigate that in their 5-year capital plan. I'm super excited about this budget, and I'm excited for the future growth of Madisonville and what this budget has to offer. So thank you for the work and the painstaking hours that have been put into this budget. With that being said, I'll open it up for the council. If you all have any comments that you all would like to make on behalf of the budget, and then we'll have Kim read the budget.
I'd just like to say, commend again the departments, the city administration for their diligent efforts and seeing just how smooth this year, it's getting better and better at navigating this process that is so widespread and complex in a way that's understandable and manageable with attention to the most efficient and prudent expenditure of the revenues that the city has coming in for the good of the citizens of this community.
Comments?
It's an excellent job. I'm kind of like Frank. It was easy to go through when they put it down in front of us.
All right, with that being said, Kim?
Ordinance 2025-6, an ordinance adopting the City of Madisonville, Kentucky annual budget for the fiscal year July 1st, 2025 through June the 30th, 2026 by estimating revenues and resources and appropriating funds for the operation of city government. Be it ordained by the City of Madisonville, Kentucky as follows, whereas an annual budget proposal and message has been prepared and delivered to the City Council, and whereas the City Council has reviewed such budget proposal and made necessary modifications, now therefore be it ordained by the City of Madisonville, Section 1, the annual budget for the fiscal year July 1st, 2025 and ending June the 30th, 2026 is hereby adopted as follows. You'll have to see Exhibit A attached here too, which Exhibit A is shown on your screen, where it has the general fund, and it goes over to the second page there. So those are attached and shown on the screen. And then it also has the classification and compensation plan is adopted, set forth herein in accordance with KRS 83A.070, and the Exhibit B for the pay and classification, which is also shown attached to the ordinance. This is just first reading. It's read tonight on May the 5th, and the second reading will be held at a special city council meeting on May the 12th, which is next Monday at 2025,
That meeting will be at what time?
4:30 PM.
4:30 PM on May the 12th. For a special call meeting for the second reading of the budget. All right, moving on, we have some resolutions. The first resolution is to declare lot as surplus.
Whereas the city of Madisonville owns the following property, it's 0.356 acres. It's being track 3 of the deed, described on the deed book 692, page 316, located on Dempsey Street. Whereas the city of Madisonville requests to dispose of the 0.356 acres by means appropriate according to KRS 82.083. Now therefore be it resolved as follows, that the 0.356 acres is now declared as surplus property, and the city is authorized to dispose of the property by means according to KRS 82.083. And I do have a copy of that deed shown on your screen, and it does show track 3 there of the 0.3 acres.
Do I have a motion to declare the lot as surplus?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Are there any questions? Not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next, we have a resolution to transfer the property.
Whereas the city of Madisonville owns the property as shown on track 3 of D-Book 692, page 316. Whereas the city of Madisonville will convey to Interstate Hydraulic Industries the property as shown in the deed attached as Exhibit B for the sales price of $15,000 and pursuant to KRS 82.083, subsection 4B, for economic development purposes. Now therefore be it resolved that the city council authorize the mayor to execute the deed from the city of Madisonville to Interstate Hydraulic Industries for the property as shown in the attached deed. And that deed is attached there.
Do I have a motion to approve the transfer of the property?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next, we have some municipal orders. First one is the appointment of employee of the City of Madisonville Engineering Department to the Appeals Board.
And that term shall be a term effective for 3 years, ending May the 1st, 2028, and that the engineering department employees shall serve in accordance with the laws of the United States of America, the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and the ordinances of the city of Madisonville.
Do I have a motion to approve the appointment of the employee of the City of Madisonville Engineering Department to the Appeals Board?
So move.
Second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next, we have the appointment of an employee of the City of Madisonville Zoning Department to the Appeals Board.
And that the term shall be a term effective for 3 years, ending May the 1st, 2028, and that the zoning department employees shall serve in accordance with the laws of the United States of America, the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and the ordinances of the city of Madisonville.
Do I have a motion to approve the appointment of the employee of the City of Madisonville Zoning Department to the Appeals Board?
Move.
Do I have a second? I have a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next, we have the appointment of Justin Lamb to the Appeals Board.
And that the term for Justin Lamb shall be for a term effective for 3 years, ending May the 1st, 2028, and that Justin Lamb shall serve in accordance with the laws of the United States of America, the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and the ordinances of the city of Madisonville.
Do I have a motion to approve the appointment of Justin Lamb to the Appeals Board?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any questions?
You got it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next, we have the appointment of Heath Duncan to the Appeals Board.
And that the term for Heath Duncan shall be a term effective for 3 years, ending May the 1st, 2028, and that Heath Duncan shall serve in accordance with the laws of the United States of America, Commonwealth of Kentucky, and the ordinances of the city of Madisonville.
Do I have a motion to approve the appointment of Heath Duncan to the Appeals Board?
So move.
Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next, we have the appointment of Kent Wade to the Appeals Board.
And that the term for Kent Wade shall be for for a term effective for 3 years ending May the 1st, 2028, and that Kent Wade shall serve in accordance with the laws of the United States of America, the Commonwealth of Kentucky, and the ordinances of the city of Madisonville.
Do I have a motion to approve the appointment of Kent Wade to the Appeals Board?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and second. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Next, we have the last final order of business.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and second to adjourn. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? We stand adjourned. Thank you.